Good morning on this Wednesday in the 6th week of Easter. We hear in the first reading, the God who made the world and all that is in it is not served by human hands because he needs anything. Rather, it is he who gives to everyone life and breath and everything. He is not far from any one of us. In him we live and move and have our being. The proclamation that we hear from Paul in today's reading from the Acts of the Apostles is proof to me that Paul really was the first Jesuit. This teaching of Paul is the principle and foundation of the spiritual exercises. That God, who is whole and complete in God's self and needs nothing, gives everything as gift. That God is close and intimately involved in our lives. That God creates each life uniquely and particularly and purposefully. And although it does not say it explicitly here, we can certainly surmise that this God who is love does all of this out of love. What amazing grace to be wanted and desired and loved into being by endless and unconditional love. In him we live and move and have our being. Our most basic identity, what gives meaning to our lives, is that we are God's offspring, created in his own image. God not only dwells in us, but we dwell in him. God is ever present and everywhere. It is in him that we literally live and move and exist. As Mark Danis points out in Integrated Catholic Life, if it is in him that we live and move and have our being, then this means there is no real life for us outside of God. We live in God. True life comes from God, from belief in Jesus Christ. Our very breath is the breath of the life of God. We move in God. He is intimately present and active in even the smallest details of our lives. In him we have our being. He is the reason we exist. He is creator, life giver. He gives meaning and purpose to our lives. How can our response be anything other than what we hear in the psalm today? Heaven and earth are full of his glory. Praise the name of the Lord. For his name alone is exalted. His majesty is above earth and heaven. This is a great belief. This is wonderful and amazing grace for us to hold on to and trust in this very challenging and difficult time of Corona life. Let it be our comfort and our hope. Have a grace-filled day, full of the experience of God's life and movement and being in you. Thank you.